What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Tori Russell, co-founder of the International Black Freedom Alliance, and Mike Brown Sr. are requesting funding from Black Lives Matter for their community. And they're not talking about chump change, family. Mike Brown Sr. and local community organizer Tori Russell have demanded the Black Lives Matter organization provide $20 million to continue their work in Ferguson, Missouri. Russell, who co-founded the International Black Freedom Alliance, appeared next to Brown Sr. in a video expanding on the official statement. The IBFA released a series of images and video via Twitter that clarifies their mission and their reason for asking BLM to provide the money. According to the Twitter feed, Mike Brown Sr. has only received $500 from BLM affiliated groups. This despite being a community organizer who helps support other families in healing and empowerment. The demand is in response to the news of BLM receiving over $90 million in response to the uprisings launched after the deaths of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and others. On behalf of many activists in the St. Louis area, I'm joined by Mike Brown Sr., the father of Mike Brown Jr. Today, we hold Black Lives Matter accountable, said Tori Russell in an announced video. According to a report, a co-founder for BLM said, "One of our biggest goals this year is taking the dollars we were able to raise in 2020 and building out the institution we've been trying to build for the last 7.5 years. Several chapters of BLM has expressed their interest in transparency. They're saying that there have not been enough transparency. We want to know where the money is." And this same BLM co-founder said that people are making assumptions about BLM because we've raised so much money. She said that this is the first year that they've actually have a surplus of money, so to speak. Now, what is Mike Brown Sr. and Tori going to do with the money? They said they're going to use the money for the Chosen for Change Foundation, the Mike Brown Community Center, organizing grants for Ferguson protests and activists, various programs and services in the Black community, and the annual August 9th commemorations of Brown's death. So what y'all think of that, fam? Them boys coming for that money. They were serious too. I saw that video, man. They were standing there like they were ready for war. They're asking for 20 million out of the 90 million. I don't think they're gonna get that. I did the numbers. That's 22 point, what was that? 22, it was like 22.5%, I think. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna get that money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to give to one city. So no, they're not gonna get 20 million. I think BLM might stroke them a meal. They might stroke them a meal since they spoke up first and, they started talking real heavy. But if they do that, the activists from Minneapolis coming, the activists from Los Angeles and Chicago and Houston and, everywhere, they're coming. I knew that this would happen. I knew this would happen because I saw this happen in Houston with J.J. Watt. Remember when he raised all that money during Hurricane Harvey? He raised over $100 million. I think the number was around $100 million, something like that. And he raised the money so fast, he was not expecting to raise that kind of money. He was only trying to raise like a couple of $1 million. He ended up raising like 100 million, and they didn't know what to do with the money because they didn't think that they were going to raise that much money. So they didn't really have plans for the money, how they was going to disperse the funds. They figured it out, but it took them a while to figure it out. I still want to know what the rest of that money is, though, because I don't think all of that money has been accounted for. Even if there's a surplus, we need to know what those numbers are. Might need to call Trey about that. But what do y'all think, fam? My bet is he won't get to 20 million. They won't get to 20 million. I think if they get anything from him, I think they're going to get something from him. But I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of maybe a stretch would be tops 5. Tops. Between 1 to 5 mil, I think they'll cut the check. But what do you think, fam? Drop a comment. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.